This is the objectives of our lesson. K. Identify the internal and external factors affecting pricing decisions. S. Describe pricing strategies for a new product and when to use them. A. Apply the importance of general pricing approaches.
G'day class, I am Ainandana A. Lubian, and today our lesson is all about the factors to consider when setting prices and its general pricing approach. Today, companies are facing a tough pricing environment because of economic challenges. Many businesses feel pressured to lower their prices just to compete. From manufacturing to services, price cutting has become very common, but it often hurts profits. However, lowering prices is not always the best solution. Instead of focusing on being the cheapest, companies should focus on delivering value. Customers are willing to pay a fair price if they believe they are getting real worth in return. Pricing is not just about numbers. It is about capturing the value a company creates, and when done right, it becomes the key to business success. Now, in this lesson, we will completely focus on identifying and describing the factors to consider when setting prices and new product pricing and its general pricing approaches. Let's go! What is price?
When we say price, it is the amount of money customers pay for a product or service, but more broadly, it represents the total value they exchange for the benefits they receive. While price used to be the main factor influencing buyer decisions, especially in poorer countries and for basic products, today, non-price factors like quality, brand, and customer experience also matter. In the past, prices were negotiated, but modern retailing introduced fixed prices for all customers. Price is the only element in the marketing mix that generates revenue, and it is the most flexible, yet many companies make mistakes such as focusing too much on cost or lowering prices too quickly instead of emphasizing value.
For example, Apple Incorporate sells iPhones at premium prices, but instead of competing by lowering prices, it highlights quality, innovation, and brand reputation, showing that customers are often willing to pay more when they see greater value.
Factors to consider when setting prices. The figure shows that pricing decisions are influenced by two main groups. We have internal factors and external factors. Internal factors, we have marketing objectives, marketing mix strategy, cost, organization for pricing. They belong in the box because they come from within the organization. These are internal because the company has control over them. Next, we have the pricing decision or in the center box. This is placed in the middle because it is the result of considering both internal and external factors. The company analyzes all factors first before deciding the final price. Lastly, we have the external factors. We have nature of the market and demand, competition, other environmental factors. They all belong in this box because they come from the external environment. These are external because the company cannot directly control them. In summary, internal factors is equal to controllable inside the company, external factors is uncontrollable, it is outside the company, and lastly, the pricing decision based on both internal and external factors.
Before your brains shut down, listen up. Pricing is a random. It starts with what's happening inside the business. I'm Tisha Joy Tanduyan.
So, first is marketing objectives. This refers to what the company wants to achieve. The price is set based on whether the goal is to earn profit, attract more customers, or stay in market. So the example, a new milk tea shop sets low prices at the first to attract many customers. So marketing objectives mean the goals of the company. The price depends. So marketing objectives mean the goals of the company. The price depends on whether the company wants to earn profit, attract customer, and survive in the market. Second is marketing mix strategy. The price must match the product quality, where it is sold, and how it is advertised, so everything works together. So marketing mix strategy means the price should match the product quality, where it is sold, and how it is promoted. The third is cost. there are the expenses in making and selling the product. The price must be enough to cover these costs and earn profit. Example, a bakery sets the price of bread high enough to pay for ingredients, electricity, and workers. So costs are the expenses in making the product. The price must be enough to cover these costs and still earn profit. So there are three types of costs. First is fixed costs. They are expenses that stay the same no matter how much a company produces or sells. Example, rent, heating bills, interest, and exclusive salaries. Even in airlines, flights with a few passengers, most costs like fuel, maintenance, and flight crew stay at the same. Total costs, they are the sum of fixed and variable costs. Company need to set prices high enough to cover the total cost. If a company costs are higher than competitors, it may need to charge more or earn less profit, which can be disadvantage. So organizational consideration, this refers to who in the company has the authority to decide the price, such as manager and owners. Example, in a small grocery store, the owner decided the prices of the products. What is internal factors? Internal factors are things inside the company that affect decisions like setting prices, making decisions, or planning strategies. These are factors the company control.
Alright class, let me grab your attention for a minute. Have you ever looked at the price tag and thought, why is this so expensive? Or why did this suddenly increase? Well, there's actually a strategy behind every number you see. Good day everyone, I'm Rosemary C. Lopez, and today I'll be discussing external factors affecting pricing decisions and different market structures. Together, we'll see how demand, competition, and the economy shape the prices we pay every day. So what are external factors affecting pricing decisions? External factors affecting pricing because businesses do not operate alone. They depend on the economy, competitors, supply, and government policies. For example, you go to the grocery and notice rice prices went up because fuel costs increase and supply is low. It explains that if fuel prices increase, transportation and production costs also increase. So businesses are forced to raise prices to avoid losses. This shows that even if a company wants to keep prices low, outside conditions can push prices higher. First is market and demand. Market and demand affect pricing because price depends on how much customers value and need a product. When demand is high and supply is limited, businesses raise prices because people are willing to pay more. But when demand is low, companies lower prices to encourage customers to buy. This is why umbrellas become more expensive during heavy rain. The need becomes urgent. Second is under pure competition. In pure competition, prices stay almost the same because many sellers offers identical products. Since buyers can easily switch to another seller, no one can charge higher than the marketplace. If one vendor increases the price, customers will just buy from someone else. That's why sellers simply follow the going market price. Third is under monopolistic competition. In monopolistic competitions, sellers can charge different prices because their products are slightly different. Branding, quality, packaging, and service create value in the minds of customers. Because of these differences, customers may be willing to pay more for one brand over another. That is why two burgers can have different prices even if they are both burgers. Fourth is under oligopolistic competition. In oligopolistic competition, only a few companies dominate the market, so every pricing decision matters. If one company lowers its price, others may follow to avoid losing customers. If one raises prices, others may or may not follow. That is why companies in this market carefully study competitors before changing prices. fifth is pure monopoly. In a pure monopoly, one company controls the entire supply, so customers have no alternative. Because there are no competitors, the company has strong pricing power. However, in some cases like electricity or water, the government regulates prices to prevent abuse. This is why monopolies must balance profit and responsibility. 6 are competitors' costs, prices, and offers. Companies consider competitors' prices because customers always compare options before buying. If a company prices too high without offering better quality, customers will switch. But if the product is better, the company can justify a higher price. So pricing is not just about cost, it's about value compared to competitors. And lastly is other external factors. Other external factors like inflations and taxes affect pricing because they increase production costs. When costs rise, businesses must adjust prices to maintain profit. Government regulations can also limit how much a company can charge. Social concerns matter too, because overpricing essentials goods can damage a company's reputation. Next is we proceed to new product pricing strategy. When a new product is introduced, pricing is important because it creates the first impression in the market. If the price is too high, customers may hesitate. If it's too low, customers might question the quality. That is why companies carefully choose whether to start high to gain profit or low to attract more buyers. Table Figure 2. There are 4 price positioning strategies based on price and quality. Businesses choose if their product will have high or low quality and if they will charge a high or low price. Quality is high when the product is strong, lasts long, and works very well. Quality is low when the product is simple and basic. Price is high when the product costs more to make or is made with better materials. Price is low when the product is cheaper to produce. First is the premium strategy. This is high quality and high price. People pay more because the product is very good. The second is the good value strategy. This is high quality but low price. Customers feel they get good quality for a cheaper price. The third is the overcharging strategy. This is low quality but high price. Customers may feel the product is not worth the money. The fourth is the economy strategy. This is low quality and low price. It is good for people who want a cheap and simple product. In short, businesses choose high or low price and quality depending on their product, their cost, and the customers they want to attract. This part is about making sure the price fits the product. A good value strategy works because customers feel like they're getting something worth their money, like tasty snacks at a cheaper price. Overcharging doesn't work because if people pay a lot for something that isn't better, they feel cheated and may stop buying. For new products, companies can use market scheming, which means starting with a high price to earn profit from early buyers, or market penetration, which is starting with a low price to attract more customers quickly. Basically, it's all about matching price with value and strategy. So overall, pricing is more than just choosing a number to earn profit. It requires careful thinking and understanding of the market environment. Businesses must balance their costs, competitors, and customer expectations before setting a price, whether the market is competitive or controlled by a few sellers. The goal remains the same, to create a price that sustains the business while still being fair and valuable to customers.
Are you still with us, class? I know your brains are full, but don't zone out yet, because now we're getting to the most important question for any business. How do we actually calculate the final number? By the way, I'm Crystal Joy Esmigaliano and I'll be discussing the general pricing approaches. General pricing approaches. The price of a product must fall between a floor or cost and a ceiling or consumer value. Product costs determine the minimum price needed to generate profit, while consumer perceptions determine the maximum price before demand disappears. To find the ideal price in between, companies select an approach based on cost, competitors, and perceived value. When we talk about general pricing approaches, we are essentially looking for a sweet spot in the market. As shown in Figure 3, pricing is boundary. On one side, we have product cost, which acts as our floor. If we price below this, the business loses money and cannot survive. On the other hand, we have consumer perceptions, which acts as our ceiling. If we price above this, customers simply won't buy it because they don't see the value. Imagine, you open a small burger stall called Lori's Burgers. The floor, you calculate that the bun, meat, cheese, and gas used to cook one burger costs you 50 pesos. If you sell that burger for 45 pesos, you are losing money on every bite. 50 pesos is your price floor. The ceiling. Even if you use the best ingredients, if the people in your area only believe a burger is worth 150 pesos maximum, they will not buy yours if you charge 200 pesos, when 50 is your price ceiling. Moving forward, let's talk about cost-based pricing. A. Cost-based pricing. This is the practice of setting prices based on the cost of goods or services being sold. Essentially, this approach is all about looking inward at your own expenses. Before you even think about the customer, you calculate every peso spent on making your product. You then add a specific amount on top for your profit, ensuring that every sale covers your bills and put money in your pocket. The part of cost-based pricing is the cost-plus pricing. This is the simplest method, and the concept of it is adding a standard markup to the product's total cost. So common industry users, construction, adding a markup to the total project estimates, professionals, lawyers and accountants adding markups to their service cost. Cost plus is the most basic way to price. You don't need a complex market study, you just need your calculator. It's like saying, it cost me this much to do the work, so I'm adding a set fee for my time and expertise. It provides a sense of certainty for businesses because they are strictly pricing based on their own materials and time. To illustrate markup pricing, suppose a toaster manufacturer had the following cost and expected sales. Given, variable cost is 10 pesos, fixed cost is 300,000, and expected unit sales is 50,000. So we have the formula, unit cost equals variable plus fixed cost divided by unit sales. Next step is to substitute the formula. Therefore, unit cost equals 10 plus 300,000 divided by 50,000. And if we calculate it, the total unit cost will be 16 pesos. After solving the unit cost, suppose the manufacturer wants to earn a 20% or 0.2 markup on sales. Given, unit cost is 16 pesos and desired markup is 20% or 0.2 if we convert it into decimal. Formula: markup price equals unit cost divided by 1 minus desired markup. So we substitute this formula by the given. Markup price equals 16 divided by 1 minus 0.2, and if we calculate it, the markup price will be 20 pesos. B. Break-even analysis and target profit pricing. This approach involves determining the price at which the firm will break even or reach a specific target profit. This is where a company finds their safety line. Instead of just adding a profit to one item, they look at the whole picture to see exactly what they will stop losing money and start making it. Real-life example. Imagine a student entrepreneur starting a rice bowl stall in the school canteen. They have to pay 5,000 a month for the stall rent regardless of how many bowls they sell. To find their break-even point, they calculate that if they sell each bowl for 50 pesos, they need to sell exactly 100 bowls just to pay the rent. If they want to earn a target profit of 2,000 pesos for their personal savings, they must push their sales even further to cover both the rent and their desired income. In this scenario, break-even pricing is the owner's survival number, while the target profit pricing is the goal setter. It moves the owner from just surviving to actually earning. Going back to our example in the toaster manufacturer, this is the given and formula. Given, variable cost is 10 pesos, fixed cost is 300,000 pesos, and price is 20 pesos. So formula, break-even volume equals fixed cost divided by price minus variable cost. Next step is we substitute the formula. So fixed cost is 300,000 pesos over price, which is 20 pesos minus 10 pesos, and if we calculate it, the break-even volume will be 30,000 pesos. C. Value-based pricing. The core key uses buyers' perceptions of value as the key to pricing, not the seller's cost. The strategy. Price is decided before the marketing program is set, alongside other marketing variables. The process starts by analyzing consumer needs and what they value, then setting a price to match. In value-based pricing, the customer is the boss. Instead of looking at your receipts to see how much you spent, you look at the customer's face to see how much they think your product is worth. My take on this is that it's like selling a glass of water. It costs almost nothing to produce, but if you're in the middle of a desert, the value is priceless. You price for the tears, not the water. Real-life example, the designer t-shirt situation. Imagine you are starting a clothing brand. The cost-based approach is that you buy a shirt for 200 pesos, spend 100 pesos on printing, and add 200 pesos on profit. And then you try to sell it for 500 pesos because that's what your math says. However, in value-based pricing or value-based approach, you realize your target customers are willing to pay 1,200 pesos for a shirt because of the unique limited edition design and brand status. You set the price at 1,200 pesos first, then work backward to make sure your production costs don't exceed the amount. Figure 5. Cost-based versus value-based pricing. Cost-based pricing, product to cost, to price, to value, to customers. While value-based pricing is to customers, value, to price, to cost, and product. Figure 5 is understandable, but let me explain to you so that it can be clarified. Cost-based pricing is inside out because the company makes a product first, adds up the bills, and then tells the customer what to pay. It's like saying, I spent this much, so you owe me this much. If the customer doesn't agree, the company loses out. On the other hand, value-based pricing is outside in. It completely reverses the process. You start by asking the customer what they value. That price then tells you exactly how much you are allowed to spend on making the product. My take on this is simple. Cost-based pricing cares about the seller's wallet, while value-based pricing cares about the buyer's perspective. One starts in the factory, and the other starts in the market. Before proceeding to the last part of general pricing approaches, my final piece of advice for all of you is this. Numbers tell you the truth, but value tells the story. You can have the perfect math and still fail if nobody wants what you're selling. Always know your break-even point so you stay safe, but spend more time understanding your customers' needs so you can charge what you're truly worth. Price with your head, but market with your heart. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Next, we have competition-based pricing.
First, we have going rate pricing. Going rate pricing means a business follows the price of its competitors. Instead of computing everything from scratch, the company checks the market price and decides to charge the same price, charge slightly higher, or charge slightly lower.
This usually happens in industries where products are very similar, like fuel or steel. One big company often sets the price and the smaller companies just follow. For example, in the Philippines, gasoline stations like Shell, Petron, and Caltex often adjust prices at the same time. If Shell increases gasoline prices, Petron and Caltex usually follow. Smaller gasoline stations may charge 1 pesos to 2 pesos less, but they keep that small difference consistent. They are not focusing mainly on their own costs, they are following the market leader. Next, we have the sealed bid pricing. Sealed bid pricing is used when companies compete to win a contract. Each company submits one secret price offer. They do not know what the other companies are offering. The company tries to guess, how much will my competitors charge? What price should I offer to win? The goal is to win the contract and not just to match competitors. For example, if the Philippine government needs to build a new school building, construction companies submit sealed bids. For example, Company A bids 10 million, Company B bids 9.5 million, and Company C bids 9.8 million. The government will usually choose the lowest qualified bidder, which is the Company B. Each company does not know the other's prices before submission. That's why it is called sealed bid.
Hi, good day everyone. My name is Alexandra Olin Cabrera, and today I will be discussing about profit-oriented. So, let's start.
So, profit-oriented pricing focuses on a business's finances, setting prices higher than the total cost of producing and selling each unit to ensure profit per sale. or profit equals revenue minus cost. Benefits include guaranteed profit on every sale. However, risks exist. Competitors may undercut prices or use aggressive strategies to gain market share. Customers care about value rather than company cost, so poor value can hurt sales, and it limits flexibility as high prices may require investments in other marketing mix elements or product, promotion, place that further raise cost. Retailers commonly use it via standard markups but typically combine it with other approaches to enhance customer value. The Sari-Sari store in Davao City investing 10 packs of candies with a cost of 20 pesos. Therefore, each candies cost of 2 pesos only. In order to get true profit, each candies must price 3 pesos. Hence, you will earn 1 peso every sold of candies. At least, it might not lose customer. Sometimes we need to adjust, particularly in selling, in order to gain more profit.
Thank you for listening and hoping that you learned something particularly about business. And lastly, this quote will motivate you to be successful. A business successful man have a wise mind.